on Fliptv, your number one online newspaper review program, anchored by Mike at the play, pioneered by the CEO himself, Abiodun Kukpo-Luyi. All right, we have diverse stories we'll be treating today, but one of the stories we'll be treating is on the front page of the Daily Sun newspaper. Biafra. IPOB, that's the indigenous people of Biafra, dismisses Asari Dokubo Masop BIM, denies hijacking ESN from Southeast governors. On to the next one, the major headline on the front page of Daily Sun. Opera in Senate. Over move to tame Buhari. Opera in Senate. Over move to tame President Muhammadu Buhari. Northern senators resist Armed Forces Commission bill. Southern lawmakers back plan. Moving on to the tragic story here. 3 injured as Christians Muslims clash over hijab in Kwara. Federal government, the Inspector General of Police asked to wade in. Lagos immortalizes ex-governor. Chakonde sets up leadership academy in his name. That's another story here. Down to the we have ICPC arrests ex-jump registrar or Jenny. They over 900 million naira fraud. Rearranges ex-presidential aide Obono Obla. One order for alleged 10 million naira fraud. We have on 2023, PDP panel rejects zoning, recommends open bid for tickets. PDP panel rejects zoning, recommends open bid for tickets. Yoruba leaders meet in Ibadan, raise the alarm over worsening insecurity in Southwest. Let's quickly move to the New Telegraph newspaper on food security. It is written we are ranked behind poorer countries. Nigeria ranked behind poorer African countries. Import bill gobs 5 billion yearly. So the last story on the front page of this journal, we have Okonjo Iweala to federal government explore women's potential. Explore women's potential. Of course, you know our reviewers are always here to express their views, to talk about the state of the nation, the matters bothering the minds of Nigerians. Mr. Matthew is here to deliberate on these stories with me. How are you doing?
I'm fine, Mr. Mike.
You're welcome once more.
Thank you for having me.
All right. I think the day is cloudy.
Yes, of
Very, very cloudy. We need to make it snappy. Quickly to the topic on the screen. ESN is sabotage to the Biafra struggle. There is the instant security network created by Mazi Inamdi Kano. I don't know if it's with the consent of some governors in the southeastern, that's the eastern region. I don't know if they had idea of it. Now, do you really believe Eastern Security Network is
because it is the federal government and in collaboration with the state governors from that region that created the vacuum that ESL has come to fill. Because at a time where there is general insecurity in almost every strata of the society, people started thinking on what needs to be done to believe that ESN is against that formation of ESN is against that struggle. Then again, looking at the other question you asked, I do not think, or rather, it is not true that it was done with the consent of the state governors in that region, because the governor of Imo State, the president of Hope Uzodinma, was quoted to have said recently that IPOB hijacked that name of ESN, Eastern Security Network. According to the Imo State governor, that the Eastern governors had already rolled out a plan on their own security arrangement with that name, Eastern Security Network, that the IPOB suddenly hijacked it and rolled out their own security arrangement using that name. Then again, looking at the controversy coming from Masop being led by Uwazurike, I think it's a needless distraction, because what is needed at this point is unity of purpose. By the time you start attacking each other, fragmenting the struggle, you are reducing the strength of that struggle. So my advice to Masop and Wazirike is that the attack on ESN, the attack on IPOP, the attack on Nnamdi Kanu, as the case may be, is a needed distraction. What they need to do is to come together as a formidable team. It doesn't matter, everybody cannot lead at the same time. Let us have one formidable leader. Every other person can queue behind that leader. It's not sufficient to say we must all lead from different fronts. Because by the time Mr. A is speaking from another angle, Mr. B is attacking, you are fragmenting the struggle and you are weakening the struggle. That is it.
But why can't they come together? Both IPOB, Masop, and the likes of what's his name?
I think it's a clash of interest. Well, I can understand that at a point, even before the birth of IPOP, Owazurike was leading the struggle through Masop. Even during the time of Obasanjo as a president of this country, there were instances where he had issues with the federal government. But at the point, there were rumors and news that he have compromised. I cannot verify the veracity of that. But the way it stands, he is no longer, even if Owazurike himself comes out to lead now, it's unlikely that people will keep behind him. So I think he have lost that potency. So the person who have that clout to lead now, no matter how you look at it, is Nnamdi Kanu. That is the truth. They are looking at this fuel hike. You see, no, I mean the refinery that the federal government have approved 1.5 billion US dollar for rehabilitation. I think there is something fundamentally wrong with our government. Why am I saying so? This refinery seems to be obsolete. What they needed to do, Mr. Mike, let me tell you this. Go and verify. A modular refinery that can refine 1,000, 2,000 to 3,000 barrels per day. We take between 100 to 200 million US dollar to build. So why pumping money into this refinery that you have sunk money, so much money into it over the years, and it is not producing anything? Why don't you think of building modular refineries that will see that if you now sink that same 1.5 million US dollar into rehabilitating that Port Harcourt refinery, what is the hope that at the end of the day it will produce? What is the hope that it will come back to life? Because I don't think so, because that refinery look obsolete. It's like it have overaged, and I don't think the money we are putting there is like a waste.
So it shouldn't be rehabilitated.
I'm thinking that instead of using that 1.5 billion to rehabilitate it, let them fragment that money and use to build many modular refineries that can give you 1,000 barrels per day, 200,000 barrels per day, as the case may be. You achieve the same new ones. Then I want to still look at this controversy in Senate. Briefly touch that, because I saw the motion was moved and bill that was sponsored by the Senate Minority Leader in the person of Senator Abaribe. I saw the controversy that trade it. And again, that bill was seeking to bring sanity into our security architecture, because it was looking at how to appoint 7 chiefs, how to make sure that it reflects geographical spread as entrenched in the constitution, because the constitution talks about federal character. But again, the impunity we have in our system have killed that bill, because the point where they needed to vote, whether the nay or the aye, it seems as if the Mr. Senate President was biased in his judgment. That resulted to Abaribe and some other person protesting. When they needed to put it to vote so that they know the actual number of people who are voting against or for, the Senate President used diplomacy to lure them into executive session. They shut the door behind the press, only to come back and Abaribe was pressured to step down the motion. You see, it's not taking us anywhere. It's still telling us about that, because it gives Mr. President so much power to exercise. And not speaking because a Buhari is there. Another person may be there tomorrow, he will still be using the same power against Nigerians. Until we unbundle it, we are not moving anywhere.
Which is not good for democracy.
It's not good for our democracy. Neither is it good for any democracy anywhere in the world.
All right, let's quickly move down to another story. Lagos immortalizes ex-governor Jakonde sets up leadership academy in his name. This man left a very good legacy, and which I believe many politicians should follow.
You see, when it comes to Jakonde, everybody has spoken loudly about a laudable project while in office. For what I can understand, most of the estates you see in Lagos, they are his footprints. So trying to immortalize him by way of this, I think is a welcome development. Because they say one good turn deserves another. That will encourage other people to emulate his leadership style. I think that is the truth.
Now, do you have that kind of person in Nigeria?
Unfortunately, the current crop of politicians, they go there because of their pecuniary interests. They are not interested in building legacies. They are not interested in infrastructural development, going by their record currently.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having
All
me.
right, because of the rain, we need to make it snappy. Kule, quickly, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Yeah.
Welcome once more.
Yeah.
We have, Yoruba leaders meeting in Ibadan to raising alarm over the worsening insecurity in the southwest region. Of course, it's been going on and on, and I think that issue, escalated the matter. Now, what should we see? Should they? Do you see a synergy among the Yoruba leaders in terms of working to make sure the southwest region is secure?
Really. Thank you very much. You see, this issue has been on ground since, but we've been trying to manage it. In the Yoruba land, Fulani has been tormenting, terrorizing the people for a while. But what I just like now, kudos to God will bless Sunday Igboho. God will bless him. And I'm saying this again, God Almighty will protect him from the enemies. And who are the enemies? The state. The state has one Sunday Igboho enemy because he is the one that is bold enough to come out to the whole world to see what Yoruba nation is going through. That's why I'm still I keep praying for him, right? And this time around, our leaders called Afenifere, why was they disorganized before? Where were they 2-3 years ago when they were fighting themselves? These are what these S-men saw now, that there was no unity. But thank God, God is bringing unity back among them now. It's just all about ego issues. We even learned one of the politicians, our politician, top notch in Lagos State here, broke out from Afenifere because his interest, the Afenifere did not support his interest, selfish interest. I'm talking of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yeah, so for the unity now is highly welcome, and I really appreciate that, because in united we stand, in divided we fall. Yeah. Baba Fasoroti has to step down because that man is even strong enough. His daughter was killed by this same Fulani. And you remember when Falaye was kidnapped in Ondo? We like not to be proactive in Yoruba land. We are just too domicile. I don't know. When you see crisis coming, you'll be waiting on that crisis to zoom you before you react. I was expecting the Yoruba nation to rise up when Falaye was kidnapped, when his security aide was killed. But I thank God for the likes of Gani Adams, for the likes of Sunday Igboho. Give it to them. Anybody that doesn't like what they are doing should go to Lagoon and jump inside the Lagoon. I'm saying it because a lot of innocent souls died. If you are a fortunate man in Yoruba land and you say, what these guys are doing is not proper, go to Lagoon and jump into Lagoon and die, because I cannot see they are killing your people and you don't want to rise up and support the people that are fighting the cause. One love to Gani Adams, one love to Sunday Igboho.
All right. It seems the way we see the Eastern Security Network, ESN, it's not the way it's been perceived by Massive, pioneered by Wazirike. Basop said ESN is a sabotage to the Biafran struggle. Do you perceive it that way?
Yeah, Mike. You see, these two guys, Wazoreke and Nnamdi Kanu, you don't know how they started. The fight they are fighting, the two of them should be able to explain it. And I think it's all boils down to money issue. Money issue. It's money issue. I even learned where Nnamdi Kanu was, under Wazoreke before. He was in Masop before he broke away from Masop. So they should bury any archer they have and come together to fight a purposeful cause. And I could see somebody has been bought among the two of them. In which I'm suspecting that is what is causing the issues now. Because there was a time Wazurike said he gave Nnamdi Kanu some money to go and set up Radio Biafra, and he turned it to his own. He took the glory for it. He never mentioned, so it's all about ego and arrogancy, stunts, man.
And can they achieve the goal with that?
Yeah, I say it's same thing that is happening in Yoruba land, that some people are betraying and some people are, fighting the cause. Some people are going on with Ghana must go, that the government used to settle them. Some Yoruba people are betraying their tribes. They are betraying their nation. Same thing as the Igbos. You see government, how government tackle issues. When they see that there's one warlord that is rising up, they will create another warlord that will be countering it. By those are the ones they call government pets. And these ones we are even saying the most annoying issues I'm seeing here.
Okay.
540 something billion naira to refurbish refinery, to turn around refinery. You see, I'm an advocate of refine the crude in your lands. Don't take crude, take it out along the way. Some underground transaction must have taken place, shortchanging the country. Now this refinery you are spending 550 something billion naira on. I mean, it's a crazy thing to hear.
For rehabilitation.
Rehabilitation, they are not building new. Why why can't you even have enough money to build a new one? At least 1 trillion naira can build a refinery in this country. That is why we're saying this country is so wasteful. And I still emphasize on somebody that said one time, was it go on, that we have money but we don't know how to spend it. And that is what is materializing now. That is what is materializing in this country now. We are so wasteful. In the plenty we waste it, then people will now be suffering. People will be suffering. Imagine 540 something billion naira. Dangote refinery is there. Why is it that when Dangote is about to finish his refinery, this hawk, this financial hawk, barbaric people, they are bringing our money to waste again? What will happen to that? Then they will turn around now within 6 months or 7 months. The whole thing will collapse again. Is this a country? Is this a country? People should tell me the answer. I need the answer. Is this so-called United Nations of Crisis? Is it a country?
All right, thank you so much, Kole. David. Morning to you, David. Good morning, Mr. Michael Adekunle. I'm good. All right. I know it seems you are traveling abroad with the way you are dressed. Amen. Yankee man. All right, quickly to food security. Nigeria ranked behind poorer African countries. Now, what does this depict? What should we see coming out of this government concerning this story? Mr. Michael Adekunle, the answer is not far-fetched. When there is insecurity in the land, farmers will not go to farm. So surely there will be food scarcity. It doesn't need you don't need a social just to tell you that. When a farmer is not safe to go to farm, what do you expect? Surely there will be food scarcity. So now it's all hands be on deck. Just to make sure that everybody is safe in this part of the world, so that there will not be food scarcity. And then again, it will also bring about what? Inflation. Importation. Importation. The border is not open. The border is not open. The border is not open. Just like what
Okonewala said he met with CBN governor today, Minister of Trade and Investment, and then yesterday he also met with the Minister of Finance. He kind of advised them to open all the land borders so that food should come in.
That's very, very important.
That's very.
All right, you have something to say concerning the opera in Senate over the move to Team Buhari?
I don't know much about the story, so I don't want to contribute to what I don't know. I have not read much about the story, so maybe I'll go back home and do. And then again for the 1.5 billion
dollars for the rehabilitation of refinery.
Just like what Mr. Akunle said, I think to me it is so wasteful. Now, how much did we build our refinery? It wasn't up to such amount of money now. The same government, if you compare, 500 million was being approved just to renovate NTA. 500 million. Now, just to make NTA a modern broadcasting station now. Has NTA achieved that? The money has been sunk. Some persons have one in Imo State and you have one in Akwa Ibom State. You have 3 modular refineries. 3 modular refineries in the state. 3 states now they are working. Why can't government inject such money into modular refineries and make those modular refineries effective? It's because of now pastor was saying our own refinery is obsolete. I think it is not obsolete. This refinery is as old as Nigeria refinery. It is even more older than our refinery, and it's still working. It is because of the negligence on the side of the government.
So instead of wasting money on rehabilitation, we need to make it a new one, right?
I am not saying bringing a new one. I know even in the new one, because some persons will still siphon the money now. Why don't you make these modular refineries in Edo State, Akwa Ibom State, and State, Imo State very effective? Rather than you wasting money. Why would you waste money on it? You keep on wasting now. If you want to rehabilitate now, it will still not yield any meaningful results. Some persons will still siphon the money.
All right, away from that, after talking about the newly formed group by Asari Dokubo, we have Masop saying that the ESN was created or is created to sabotage the Biafra struggle.
Mr. Mike Adekule, I think from the Masop and to the IPOB, there's no synergy. And when there's no synergy, you cannot actualize the struggle. Now, I think IPOB broke out from Masop. So now why IPOB saying Masop is trying to fragment the struggle? I think there should be synergy. And now, in line with ESN, looking from this angle, looking from the person that formed this ESN, it will not become a reality. Because if you were to be a person who has not been part of Biafra that formed this ESN would have been a work idea. But now, are the governors also in support of ESN? Are the governors also in support of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? The governors are more of thwarting the effort of this Masop and this IPOB. Just like when this thing was formed, Amotekun, all the Southwest governors rallied around behind it from the presidency. But the Southwest governors stood in one accord. They were formidable. Now, when it comes to of security, this Southwest governor separated politics from security. Their aim was just about security. That was what brought to the rise of Amotekun. even the southeast governors are not in support of the ESN security group. And then sir, let's forget that even the person that formed the ESN, even to them, is an enemy of the state, which will not be welcome.
And, yeah, and also an enemy to the federal government.
And also an enemy to the federal government. So you can see that where that is coming from. So if I think Nnamdi Kanu should work hand in hand with the MASSOB, if there is conflict within them, Mr. Bakadekule, I can bet you Biafra struggle is good as dead.
It's good.
It's dead.
All right, thank you so much, David. All right, Raphael, quickly to you. Sunday, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Good morning.
How are you doing?
Everyone, fine.
Talking about the Biafra struggle, we are likely dismissing as a football sub issue here. Now, quickly to the topic we have on screen.
Good morning, everyone.
The sabotage to Biafra struggle, instant security network. Do you see it that way? Do you perceive it that way? This an outfit, a security outfit that was created to protect lives and property
In the
eastern region.
Eastern region. Good morning, everyone. From the one we know that Owazirike is the enemy of Biafra, because he has said himself to Nigeria government the same thing with Asari Tokubo. All those ones, I don't believe their word. I look at them as a people that are ready to spoil what has been building, because those ones, they are not fighting. Even a well-reasoned Igbo man, a well-reasoned Biafra struggler will never follow Owazirike, because he has sold them out. You know that Biafra almost forgot because of Owazirike, Nnamdi Kanu had to. They are complaining that Nnamdi Kanu collect money. You have a leader. Why all Nigeria are complaining? We have a leader, and the leader is not doing anything. Owazirike is there as a massive leader. Then he's not doing anything. So that's why Nnamdi Kanu had to break out, because Kule was saying that they are fighting because of money. Nobody that don't like money. But when it comes that the leader sitting down there, the tension of the people is to achieve something, but he's not doing anything. After all, he went to Abuja to collect money. They shut up his mouth. That's why Nnamdi Kanu had to come out. Say, no, we cannot continue like this. We have to achieve what we are looking for. We don't have to let their voice hear. Again, who are starting to talk about, his voice is not hearing anymore. But they want to make their voice to be heard. That's what they are saying. Their word will never add any impact. Owazirike word will never add any impact to Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu have gone far all over the world above them. If Biafra struggle will be achieved, the person that can achieve it is Nnamdi Kanu. If they like it or not, it don't concern me. But the well-meaning Biafra, our leader will know it's Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody is following him. That is why he went up and create the youth submit themselves to him. Say, we want to secure our land. We are ready to die. Can you do that in Nigeria? If a person now, a youth, Igbo or Yoruba that went to join soldier, you are going to commit suicide mission, because they will, after all, they will send you and put your Boko Haram on the road and carry you put for inside van. After you go there, bomb go just explode, they kill them. You know the years ambush where they take care of our soldier. They know about it and they send them there. They ambush them. They send them on a suicide mission. They kill them. If you are joining anything for Nigeria now, it's a suicide mission. It's better you join local vigilante in your village, anywhere you dey, your tribe. You join LOPs and be Amataku self is not existing because politics are by it. Look at every day. Look at what they will come and tell us that they want to sign a Army Force Commission bill. What concern me? What concern me? Look at the refinery. We have 4 refineries. Nothing is working. Every year, like this is not the first time they are sending money to that Port Harcourt refinery. But they will send the money there. Before they send this money, they have already arranged people that will eat that money. Nothing will write to my back. Because when you have old people, all they are thinking is that we are still in 1950. They think all of them in Aso Rock, they are thinking we are still in 1950. They are thinking backward. Instead of them to think forward, they forget that this is future 2020. This is future 2021. 21st century. That is when we carry old people when they are thinking now backward, then no, we can't move forward if we continue like this. Look at the country we are just managing. We have been managing this country before Buhari and Ako. All of them, they kind themselves come for that place. Now everything spoiled. If we and Muslims, because that didn't happen in Kwara yesterday. If they know that, I always say that we never like ourselves, because the kind of people we are dealing with, those people are what, like type bomb. If their bomb explodes, it's very dangerous. But I love what they can leader in Kwara say yesterday. Say their silence now is not that whether they don't know what to do. But we, at sometimes I blame some of our Christian leaders because they don't know where they start from. You understand? So it's something that we have to come out and fight for it. Like one governor, Ekiti governor, is calling on a Christian leader that they should pray for Nigeria. Nigeria, where God don't forget, what God is waiting for now is new country. Nigeria is not existing again. No. God has forget Nigeria since 2015. When Buhari come to power, God run, leave Nigeria. Your prayer, you dey pray, you are wasting energy for Nigeria. I know they have my own because hungry won't kill everybody. The government dey there. Make I call, okay, I will come go church, carry my stress, come go they pray for people. After I pray for them, they'll go thief the money wey belong to us. Go they chop am with their family. They are going to pray for them, make them live well. They can never live well. As they don't want me to live well, then too, all of them, both president though, senator, House of Representatives, governor, all of them, they will not live well. As they know which is good. Now my prayer for them be that I know we pray for them.
Thank you so much for your contribution. Really appreciate you, Sunday.
Good morning, Jared. Mike.
Rapman.
Yeah, my brother.
Rapman Toli.
Yeah, Mr. Michael Adekule.
How you doing?
I'm fine. You anchor this platform so excellently. And you see what this guy has said. My Sonny.
Okay.
I like it.
Wow.
Abdul Razak is the cause of what is happening in Kwara State. Abdul Razak. If you know that Christian and Muslim could not coexist in a school, separate them to their various missionary schools, Israel Arabic school, so that there will be peaceful coexistence between the two. Are you listening to me? Then again, I want to advise the indigenous of Ilorin that are Christians. You know that you are originally from Ilorin, a Christian person or family. You become a Muslim after Afonja was conquered by then you belong to Muslim. So what happened there is, if Christians are celebrating Christmas, stay put to your house as a Muslim. If Muslims are celebrating Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr, Christians stay put. Don't go there. After you celebrate with them and drink and eat their meat during their celebration, now they are forcing you to use hijab. You are running away. When you celebrated their so-called Islamic celebrations with them, so if they force you to use hijab, use it. We don't do that in Anambra. We don't do that in Imo. Christians are for the Christians. If they say don't go school, we stay put at home. We don't go celebrate with them because they are airing this thing. They are not cutting it off. I hope they are airing it. Let the Christians stay on their own. Let the Muslims stay on their own. You don't go on forcing somebody to be religious like yourself. To me, covering face, covering mouth is religious. It doesn't make you a good person before God. It doesn't change anything. What will be very paramount in Kwara State now is how to tackle food insecurity, how to tackle fuel crisis, how to tackle human development, not hijab, covering mouth. It doesn't matter. It does not change human beings over there. It does not develop economy over there. Let us throw religious crisis and impasse apart and forge ahead.
Why is religion our problem?
Thank you. Religion is our problem because of our politicians. Our politicians are greedy. You have Christians that is a politician. You have Muslims that are politicians. So you understand? These people are the one behind religious crisis. They use it to do politics. If you are a Christian, you are doing politics with Christianity. What does that change in your state? Does it change human beings in your state? Does it bring infrastructure, developmental infrastructure in your state? Nothing. If you are a Muslim and you are forcing it on people, you are using it on politics, what does that change? It shouldn't be a forceful thing.
All right, let's quickly move
Go on with, let's quickly to our
the
program.
IPOB issue. We have
Yeah.
myself saying the instant security network is is a sabotage to the struggle of Biafra. What was the meaning of this?
Yeah. No. Let me make myself clear. You know, earlier on in 2018, I said that we have two instruments in this struggle of self-determination of thing in the southeast. We have two instruments. The first instrument is an instrument of change. The name of that person, in the person of Raf Wazulike, my namesake. Then Raf Wazulike is an instrument of change, but an instrument of sacrifice is more serious than an instrument of change. An instrument of change has brought that idea for we the Igbos to buy into it, and we did buy into it. Now he should go and allow the instrument of sacrifice to come and sacrifice himself. As we can see, he's doing it. An instrument of sacrifice is in the person of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has so much sacrifice himself. Yes, somebody that sacrificed his father and he sacrificed his mother. His mother and father were killed by federal government forces. Operation Python Dance, Operation Agbotokumo. After he dole out all this platform, he will do it first like this. That is brutal. Thereby siphoning billions that are budgeted for purchase of arms to fight insurgency in the northeast. Operation Lafian Dole, Operation Crocodile Smile. It will come to southwest. It will boggle the whole boys, youths, kill them. Operation Crocodile Smile. Does Crocodile Smile? All these are codes, languages, meant for siphoning money from federal government forces into the military. Do you understand? In a wrong way, without accounting for it. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu sacrifices his father, his mother, his boys, himself, because he doesn't do any other thing in the world. That guy read international law. That guy read history. The work he's doing now is agitation for Igbo man, emancipation of Igbo man. So Wazulike, who was an sacrifice instrument of change, you have done your bit. You have collected money. You have compromised. Go and rest. Namesake. You are not doing the right thing. Let me tell you, when the Hausa Fulani pastoralists ask you to fish out where Nnamdi Kanu's ESL were doing their exercise, we are being trained in the forest in Igbo land, they pay you money, $10 million over that, to go and do that job for them. You tried and tried and tried. You could not succeed on fishing them out. You found out that those boys, the kind of network they're using, their way of practice, you know, their modus operandi, it's not something, it's not a knot you can easily crack. You went into hiding. Why are you hiding away from the Hausa Fulani that sent you to fish out these guys? Because you compromised too there. You compromised in IPOB Fulani. You could not find out the guy they told you to fish out. You ate their money in millions in dollars. So now, it has gotten out of hand. He is like teaming up with Asari Dokubo to bring apple of discord of our agitation that has been declared or made known to people to be the best in the world, most peaceful agitation in the world. Let me tell you, Asari Dokubo and Rafu Wazulike, who know Rafu Wazulike in China, Australia, Oceania, Antarctica, America, Europe, nobody knows them. There, everybody, virtually the whole surface of the earth, Nnamdi Kanu is the most popular person now. It is this agitation that has made Igbo man very popular on the face of the earth. It is this agitation, the way he carried it along with people, that made Nnamdi Kanu the #1 figure in the world today. Nnamdi Kanu is virtually Donald Trump, well known. Who knows Asari Dokubo? He collects bribe. So, which was why I was telling you guys, leave him. We don't know. We leave him. Maybe from there, it will boost the image of Biafra. We don't look at him as something. That guy could never pose a challenge to us. He's just like a fly in the eye of a cow.
Because you are the last speaker I'm talking to. Do you think Eastern Security Network will stand? Where things are going?
Eastern Security Network is...
Take a look at Amotekun.
Yes.
Amotekun is not that effective.
Eastern Security Network will stand in the face of these challenges. Eastern Security Network can swallow any force in Nigeria that comes, in East Front that poses a challenge, to it. They can swallow any force. They can swallow any government forces. They can swallow any vigilantes. They can swallow any opposition. That's why I said, let's move on with our peaceful agitation. Asari Dokubo, Wazirika's tantrum, they are ranting like ants. We can swallow them up. We can easily just remove them from our eyes. They are like speck. A speck. It become more multi-faceted, agitating group in the world. We are growing on daily basis.
Don't forget the Delta militants.
The Niger Delta militants are the Igbos. 95% of Niger Delta militants, Tompolo, Asari Dokubo is from our state. He's from Uzakol. His name is Uzo Chukwu Edi Abale. David Clark. No. Is it David Clark? That Clark family. It's Chike. Chike is his name. Okay, let me tell you. The whole Ijaw nations are Biafra. The name Biafra, oh God, let me tell you. Mike, forget what is happening. Nothing can ever or will ever stop ESN from moving forward.
With the look of things, it seems division is setting in.
That is always the point in Nigeria. If something like this happens, people will say, look at them, they want to divide, they want to do this. Asari Dokubo, was he with us before? Did he not still absconded with the money Nnamdi Kanu gave him to start his own in favor of Biafra? He absconded with the money. Nnamdi Kanu is still forging ahead, moving ahead, prospering on this agitation of 18. Now, he has seen that Nnamdi Kanu is almost done. He's almost succeeding on this agitation of 18. He has come in with an apple of discord to disorganize what we are doing internationally. But let me tell you, you cannot be noticeable by the United Nations organization and you run anything like that. One, United Nations must notice you. United Nations has noticed who Nnamdi Kanu is. What are the Asari Dokubo is trying to do? Who registered it for him? He must be registered with CSC. He must be registered with ECOWAS CSC. He must be registered with AU CSC. He must be registered with United Nations CSC. Yes, Corporate Affairs Commission. Nobody knows that organization because it's not registered. You are operating such an organization outside registration of corporate affairs within the ECOWAS community people, within the AU, Africa Union.
I don't think he must have done some underground.
No, that guy is a fool. The underground work he did was extorting from federal government. He went to Togo. He built school there. He went to Cotonou. He built school. Underground work. Underground works, negotiating with pirates in the middle of the sea, selling arms, buying arms. Jonathan, Yaradua, and this current administration Metasin. I tell you, he has no underground work.
Thank you so much.
Let me tell you,
Very great contribution.
ESN has come to stay. Whether you like it or not, we are moving forward.
All right.
The son of the Lord. We are moving forward.
All right.
Up ESN, up Republic of Biafra.
All right. Very great contribution from Raphael. Thank you so much, Raphael. We really appreciate you. And on this note, we say goodbye to you on to this edition of this program. Join us next time on the same platform. Michael Adekunle remains my name. Behind the camera, we have Michael Ojo, Femi Davis. You can subscribe to the sister channel 50 Plus. Subscribe to Fliptv. You can join me on Facebook at Michael Temitayo Adekunle and Instagram Adekunle Michael Temitayo. Fliptv handle on Instagram, fliptv.ng. Thank you so much. A special appreciation to the CEO, Abiodun Kukoloye. Big ups to you.